Witchcraft on a budget. I've been waiting to do this video for some time now. I have 20 budget friendly, yes indeed, witchcraft topic ideas to help you save money and stay magical at the same time. I'm Cara, and this is my channel, Pagan Crafting. If you haven't been here before, we are a giant community here, and we like to have lots of fun. I like to know who's out there and what's said, so make sure you comment down below. So, let's start off with topic number 1. Everyday objects as magical items. So think of like household items. Walk into each one of your rooms and have a look around. What do you see and how can it be magical, and what can you do to maybe enchant it, charm it, make it into a talisman, a little charm, a bag or something. Common household items with hidden powers are your best friend. Having items out where anybody can see anything and them not knowing that it is absolutely magical piece of item. You can use kitchen spices, teas, low-cost magical items such as spoons for cooking. I have a wooden spoon that I've enchanted. I have 2 wooden spoons that I've enchanted, both with 2 different intentions. You can use your regular household plants. If you have any rock chips, sprinkle some rock chips into the dirt. And some plants, like for, let's say, the snake plants, that's the name of them. The snake plants, they release a different goodies at nighttime. They release more oxygen for us. So putting different snake plants or certain plants that release or oxygenators for nighttime with the crystal chunks help actually send out the vibe of the crystal more into the space of your bedroom while you sleep, which is super cool. Think of like anything like a hammer and nails. Enchant some nails, put them in a bag. You can hex with a nail. You can have some fun there. I would have some fun with shoes, keys, jewelry, anything you can think of. Even the couch, even the pillow. Every time a pillow sits on, it goes, poof, the pillow releases the intention that you set within it. Anybody that sits down within your couch, you wish them wonderful abundance and great opportunities, or whatever you want to throw down into your space. Now, number 2 is simple and cheap bath rituals. A simple cleansing bath goes a long way. Even using the residual salts of the bath and using all that to scrub your skin and use it away. Now, think of herbs that you can collect in your kitchen, at the grocery store, at the farmer's market, if you can't forage for your own herbs, that is. Now, what about flowers? Using flowers in your ritual bath. Different herbs, different flowers, different things mean different. Everything has a different magical use and a different magical meaning. It also has different medicinal uses. So you can choose your herbs, your teas, your flowers, and your essential oils. So, of course, different essential oils are going to invoke a certain experience as well. So make sure everything corresponds with each other, and do research with your essential oils, because some of them in the bathtub can burn different body parts. I don't know why I thought tea tree oil was going to be a good idea, but when your pores are open and you use tea tree oil, all the little itty bitty parts, I will say no more. But just do research, my friend. Just do little research. But essential oils, you can get quality ones at smaller bottles for inexpensive prices too. But you can get herbs and flowers for free for foraging. You can trade with a friend. You could use teas, all those things we went through. Now, number 3, that's another good one here too, is witchy supplies you can find at the dollar store, Pound Town, the Dollar Tree, Dollarama, any of those kind of fun little places that are inexpensive. Now, think about candles, incense, cording, plates, bowls, offering plates. I have to look at my rocks for divination. You can actually paint rocks if you want to. Some of them even have crystal rock chips. Not really sure how good those ones are, if they're coated with resin or not, or if they're coated with something. Make your own choices. Parchment paper, seasonal crafts that you can reflect with the Sabbaths. Think of that too. Number 4, DIY spell jars with affordable ingredients. Now, going back to the ritual baths, this is where the spell jars are going to coincide together too. Kitchen spices, grocery store herbs that you can get from farmers market herbs, dried flowers, leaves, sticks, crystal chips, and salt. You don't need anything special for your salt. Just a salt can be your base of your bottle. Put in your rock chips, bring up your herbs, your flowers, your intention. Drip some candle wax on the top, seal it in. It looks all witchy and cool. And where do you get your little teeny tiny spell jars from? The dollar store. That's right. So, foraging magic is number 5. Foraging is my favorite pastime. Sometimes I just pick things and then look it up later. Sometimes I just walk around, do a little digital foraging. I don't pick anything at all, and I just keep it and print out the picture on my printer, and then you can scrapbook it later. And then you can also later on, then you could look up the magical uses and the medicinal uses of each herb. Finding free herbs, flowers, plants for your craft is such a blessing. It's such a gift. Not all of us can forage. Some of us are disabled witches. Some of us are city witches and can't get or not able to get to certain things. So what about trading with your friends? Do you have indoor plants? Can you grow some indoor herbs? Can you do some trade with some friends? Can you grow 4 kinds of herbs? Maybe they'll grow 4 different types of herbs. And when those herbs have clippings and babies, you can trade and have some fun that way. There's all different ways to do foraging magic. Online foraging too is not quite the same as experiences the fresh air and getting out there, but it goes along with digital foraging and it forces you to do a lot more recognition and research too, which is cool that way. Now let's go to number 6, handmade. Local craft vendors if you can. Trade with friends. Start a meet and greet trade group. Not all of us has the pleasure of witches markets, but farmers markets, maybe you can commission some really cool things. You'd be surprised what some farmers market people will make too for you. So that's pretty cool. But if you can, do handmade and do a little bit of trade. That's super cool. Number 7 we have is thrift store treasures. Oh, I love thrifting. Oh, finding witchy items secondhand. Make sure you clean and cleanse when you bring it home. I'm a bit of a candle snob, so I can't really buy used candles, but I will buy candles at thrift stores, but I will still give them a cleanse, especially even if they haven't been used. Altar cloths. I live in a very diverse city, so there's even prayer cloths. There's all kinds of beautiful things. Now, altar cloths, think of table runners, think of placemats, think of round tablecloths. There's so many different little things that you can get in thrift finds. Silver offering plates, bells, bowls, platters, goblets, wine glasses. Oh my gosh, little offering bowls. Teacups for doing some divination. Table runners and goblets, I covered that one. But you can also look for Halloween time in America and Canada. We have some amazing time to create an abundance of crafts for the seasonal Samhain season, that's for sure. And I find it's like all year decor. All year decor, my friend. Thrifting store treasures come out in the season of Samhain. They bring out all the Halloween treasures. It's so fantastic. Now, creating a sacred space on a budget, number 8. How could you do that? Are you a closet witch or are you not a closet witch? Do you wish to show it off in your house? I have my pagan stuff. I'm loud and proud in my house. Um, I have been for a very, very, very long time, and I figure the people that don't care for it are probably not stopping by anyway. I probably won't happen to have them in my home anyway. But for those of you that are creating a sacred space on a budget, if you don't have your own altar, like think of old tablecloths, think of table runners. Some stores have even just what do you call it? The extra material cutoffs, and the yardage at fabric stores as well, and you can sew those together and make a really beautiful altar cloth as well. Now, just think of things you have in your house that you could put together to put your altar together. Do you wish to show off your altar? Do you want it in your room? Do your beliefs not allow it to be in your room? Do you want to cover it? Do you want to have it out in the open? Another way to create a sacred space is for the closet dwellers is a mini altar in a tin or a pop-up altar in a book. I have a video. I've done a grimoire book where we did a pop-up altar in one of my grimoire spreads for a grimoire with me. If you want to check that out, that one was a really cool one to do. Comes with a PDF download as well. Another one is a travel altar. A travel altar you can obviously take with you out of the house, but you can set it up whenever, however, and put it away when you're done with it. So that's kind of cool that way. Number 9, budget-friendly crystals and their magical uses. You do want to check out if they've been sourced and been cool about it. So check out where you buy it. Think about where you buy it. How to think they source the crystals themselves. Give it a bit of a thought first. But there's so many crystals. I even find on Facebook Marketplace, people sell crystals, trade crystals. Like, it's everywhere. They're so much fun. There's even in dollar stores, there's crystals now. I find Michael's craft stores, fish tanks. You can get jars of chips, of chunks, of rose quartz rocks. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is for a fish tank. This is rose quartz. And it was like $5. It was super cheap. You can't even that would have cost me close to 100 at a market. So budget-friendly crystals. Use the crystal chips or powder instead of crystal chunks or bits. So if you don't want to buy the polished crystals or the raw crystal chunks, think about just the rock chips or the powder, the gem dust. That's super, 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 super cheap. If not almost free, the gem dust. And that can be used really cool. Think about all the different places you can just sprinkle a little bit of aventurine, a little bit of onyx here, a little bit of amethyst there, and no one needs to know because it's so fine. You can have fun with it. You can coat yourself in it. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Now, another one is for number 10 is recycled magic. Upcycling jars, bottles, and other household items. Think of old items that maybe you've used for some other crafts in the past. Can that be explored into a magical use? Can a paintbrush be used as a magical wand? Why, sure, it can. So think about items that you've possibly used before, some old candle holders. Maybe you can upcycle, podge them, paint them, use them on your altar. They don't have to be thrown away. Now, number 11, magic in nature. Free resources from forests, parks, beaches. Think about meditation, tree magic, water magic, mushroom magic, and not magical mushrooms, just the magic of the diversity of the conversations of the mushroom and how they control the forest. Now, think about what you can find in the forest. Can you find wands, leaves, roots, sticks? anything you can make either a rune set out of. Oh, you can't see it in my video right now, but in the corner here I have my staff. Maybe finding a beautiful stave would be really, really cool. Sometimes I can take up to a year or so to find the perfect one. Same thing as finding wands. You can find dead things, bones, river rocks, anything you can think of in the forest. What could you use in your magical craft? It's free. It's a gift as long as you ask permission and also leave a gratitude gift behind. Number 12, affordable candle magic. When in doubt, use white. When in doubt, use white. You don't have to worry about all the colors. Some witches or pagans never use any colorful candles at all. They only use white. Now think about the most inexpensive candles that I can find is a 5-pack of emergency candles for $1.50 at the dollar store. I get 2.5, 3 hours out of them, depending on the brand. Some emergency candles I can get 5 hours from Canadian Tire. They will tell you what's their burn time. So chime candles could be a couple hours to an hour. These are 3 hours, so work your spell accordingly around that. So, low cost divination method number 13. That's right. How to make your own rune set pendulum free with stone sticks or make your own oracle cards. It's a no-brainer. River rocks. How many runes are there in the Fulthark alphabet? How many stones are there in the witch's runes? Grab your 13 stones and start painting the runes on them. Throw them in a bag. There you go. Excuse me. Now, another thing you can do with river rocks, for example, for divination methods, you can use a bag of stones. You can have one red stone, a green stone, black stone, white stone, like a quartz. Any ones that you find along the river. Maybe you want to go by lines in the stone. One line means one thing. 2 lines are there. A cross section means something different. So you could use nature's way to create a really cool divination set. And number 14, we have crafting DIY incense. You could use garden herbs. You can use herbs from the grocery store, farmer's market, flowers. Again, making sure that some of these are okay to burn. So do a little research. Just Google it. Takes about a moment. And you can craft some of your own very special and beautiful blends, especially for nighttime. Think of lavender and rosemary and some sage together. Oh, or add some peppermint in there for some prophet dreams. So there's many different little ways that you could put blends together and create your own incense. Number 15, create powerful sigils. Creating your own sigil is far more powerful than anything you're going to find in a book or offline. Anything that you find has been designed and powered up and made by someone else. Now, what if you put that intention in? What if you put all that energy into creating your sigil? Don't you think that'll be more powerful? And it doesn't cost anything at all. Number 16, energy on a budget. Energy is free. Love is free. Harnessing nature, meditation, shamanic journey, and visualization is free. That's right. Number 17, using ordinary rocks and stones in your craft. Now, we went over a few examples for some divination ones, using line work, using different colors. You can use shapes. You can use sizes. You can draw symbols on them. You can do elements on them, the 4 elements. You could use them as a travel altar. Design your own rune set from absolute scratch. No one needs to know it but you. You can share it or not. Number 18, how to craft and charm your own jewelry. A talisman for protection or something for intention. Using any type of beads you would like. If you do find beads at the thrift store, remember to cleanse them. It could be someone else's energy in that necklace they used to wear, but you can find some old necklaces, tear them down and remake them and redesign the pattern and have some fun with those ones. Just using ordinary jewelry to create whatever intention you would like. No different than charming your keys or your shoes, right? Now, number 19, repurposing old books. You could use old book pages for your Book of Shadows, your grimoire spread, your art journaling, absolutely cool witchy art, maybe some frames you find at the thrift store. Have some cool old vintage aged pages and draw some like badass crows on there or something. Number 20, leaving this one for my last because what are we? We're pagan crafting. That's right, my community. So we're going to craft our own seasonal decor. You don't have to wait for Samhain to rock and roll around and see what you can find. Craft your own stuff for all year round, for the Sabbaths, for any celebrations. You got 8 different Sabbaths. You got 4 main ones to work with. If you don't like crafting, what are you doing on this channel? No, just kidding. If you don't like crafting, trade with someone. If you can't craft or you just like watching crafting, then maybe download some images and put them out there on your Facebook. Say, do you think anybody can make this? Are you willing to do a trade? Or may I pay you for your services? So again, have some fun with seasonal decor. Absolutely make it your own and have some fun. These are just a little bit of a highlight to help provide you and inspire you in different ways. Maybe you can do a budget-friendly thrifting or free different ways to make your life absolutely magical. Thanks so very much for joining me today, and I hope you have an absolutely magical day yourself.